We took a step further and helped all sites create their own internal human trafficking policy. We synthesized and normalized all of them and created one universal human trafficking policy and protocol for healthcare providers worldwide. We just proposed this at the UN 2 weeks ago on September 29th, and the policy has been delivered to Dr. Tedros at the World Health Organization currently with hopes of adoption and implementation globally, which will help millions.
And I reiterate that the Order of Malta is a strong supporter of your mandate as we reject any kind of inhuman and degrading treatment or punishment. While humanity, solidarity, and faith are the vital pillars of a religious order like ours, the prevalence of torture seems to walk arm in arm with human trafficking.
If we do not act now, our human rights will remain theoretical. The triple crisis of our environment, climate change, biodiversity loss, pollution, all happening during our watch will have grave environmental, societal, and economic impacts on humanity.
Since the war in Ukraine began, the Order of Malta have mobilised 69,000 of its volunteers and relief workers in providing housing, medical and humanitarian assistance in Ukraine and in the neighbouring countries that have hosted displaced children and families.
We involved the Sovereign Order of Malta in the humanitarian situation in Syria, where we have been providing medical aid since the beginning of the war more than 11 years ago. Our Agency for Humanitarian Aid and Development, Malteser International, operates and supports 5 hospitals and 8 primary health centers in the Aleppo and Idlib regions.
The Sovereign Order of Malta, with its local network of associations, relief and volunteer corps and partners, has a very strong presence in Palestine and Jerusalem, where we provide healthcare treatment and emergency relief to the local population, regardless of race, religion, culture, social condition, or ability to pay, thus having a direct impact on the human rights of the population.
Remaining true to our principles and faith, it is crucial for approaches to counterterrorism to adopt concrete and rights-based provisions for the deliverance of tolerance, justice, peace and freedoms. This must be accomplished throughout the processes of investigations and prosecution of terrorism offences, and must be achieved through multi-stakeholder approaches and partnerships between governments, judicial systems and the whole of society.
The Sovereign Order of Malta has been upholding human dignity and caring for people in need regardless of their origin or religion for the last 900 years through our global medical, social and humanitarian work.
An effective example of our own efforts in this is in northern Uganda, where a community of refugees from South Sudan has been established. To meet the housing demand, our international aid agency, Malteser International, with a local partner, Impact Building Solutions Foundation, is using agricultural waste which would otherwise have been burned to produce building material.
Ending poverty in all of its forms across the world for every citizen is the first of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Together, we must continue to work on the implementation of these shared goals while also ensuring the equitable distribution of resources and the right of each person to a good and fair chance at life.
Regarding the right to housing of older persons, Old is Gold is an exemplary project run by the Order of Malta in Albania. A center has been established by the Order that provides daily care and interaction for elderly persons who have no resources or social environment to support them.